Pulling someone's hair is not old school, it's psychotic.
Today, Real Housewife Jackie Goldschneider breaks down all that New Jersey drama. Reality alum Jhonni Blaze opens up about her life on and off camera.
Y'all want to see Johnny Blaze? I'm going to give you Johnny Blaze.
And Kristin Cavallari is dishing on her co-stars from Laguna to Nashville.
Someone's got to do it, you know?
This is your reality check.
Yeah, you got the right one today.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the show. I'm Daryn Carp, and with me today is fellow Jersey girl Jackie Goldschneider of Real Housewives in New Jersey. Jackie, how you doing today?
I'm great.
Thanks for being here. You're going to dish all the New Jersey drama, I have a feeling.
Everything I'm allowed to tell you.
Well, we have press over here. She'll be fine. We can silence her. So to kick things off, we're going to go through our top 5 headlines. Let's break it down. At number 5. Khloe Kardashian reigns supreme when it comes to showing off her hair collection. The reality star recently hired Clea and Joanna, founders of the professional organization service The Home Edit, who paid Khloe a visit, then shared a snap of her over-the-top wig collection on Instagram. It's crazy, guys. In the photo, the neatly organized shelves are on full display, and the girl said organizing her glam room was one for the books. I mean, look at this wig, Jackie. I mean, do you have this type of closet?
God. Oh my God. You know, before I got on a reality show, I had no idea that people wore hair, like extra hair, wigs, all of this stuff. But no, my closet definitely doesn't look like that.
Are you au naturel, not wearing any? This is you.
No, this is not me. Now, I mean, but you know, now I'm in that world.
Right.
But no, I have maybe 1/100th of that amount of hair, and it's still messier than that closet.
Yeah, I mean, it's to die for. At number 4, happy birthday, Chicago. Kanye West and Kim K's second youngest child turned 2 on Wednesday, with multiple members of the Kar-Jenner clan reaching out to send the toddler sweet birthday messages. Proud grandma Kris Jenner also sent Chicago best wishes, writing, "Happy birthday, my precious Shy. You have brought so much joy and love into our family, and I love you to the moon and back." I mean, listen, it's no pizza, right? I mean, it's not a pizza party. But nice messages nonetheless.
Yeah,
right,
and in
Jay?
the Kardashian West family, when you turn 2, you get a $30,000 Hermes bag.
Yeah,
so,
and a car.
Yeah.
Just to prep you.
Right,
right.
Yeah, you know, because it's 2.
I'd still rather the pizza party, but that's just on me. At number 3, Adele is turning heads instead of tables as of late. The 31-year-old singer put her new look and signature charm on display while on vacation with fellow Brits Harry Styles and James Corden during the week leading into and after New Year's. A source tells People that Adele has been maintaining a strict diet and fitness routine of cross-training and full-body Pilates in order to be healthy for herself and her son. The source went on to say her focus during the weight loss journey has really been all about how she can be healthier and treat her body better. I know you talk about this a little bit with you on Jersey. Yes. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, she looks great, but she looked great before too.
Yeah, I mean, but I certainly understand wanting to look your best and wanting to slim down. I mean, especially if you're going on a beach vacation with Harry Styles, right?
Yeah, I mean,
make sure you look good. But I think she looks great. I just hope that she's being healthy.
Yes.
And I think she looks great, and she should do whatever makes her happy.
Amen to that. At number 2, they Hadid it again as Justin Bieber is coping with his Lyme disease diagnosis with wife Hailey Baldwin by his side. Gigi and Bella Hadid, as well as their mom, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Yolanda, are showing their support. Hailey thanked the family for helping to guide them on how to handle the disease. The Biebs addressed his diagnosis for the first time on Instagram on January 8th, writing, "I've been recently diagnosed with Lyme disease and a serious case of chronic mono, which affected my skin, brain function, energy, and overall health." The singer went on to say everything will be explained in a soon-to-come YouTube docu-series. Your family doesn't have Lyme disease.
No, but I did go this year to the Global Lyme Alliance Gala, and I learned a lot about it, and it is a scary, terrible, debilitating disease, so I really send best wishes.
Yeah, I think he's been getting some hate for it, and I think people don't believe him, but why would he lie?
It's a very misunderstood disease that people think is a catch-all, but it really is very serious, and I hope that he finds a good treatment that works for him.
Yeah, me too. I mean, even in the Jersey suburbs, I mean, it's not hard to get a deer tick.
It's very scary, very, very scary.
Yeah,
and very
you need to
real.
wear high socks. High socks.
Oh, please, don't even go in the grass.
Yeah, I know. Don't go outside. That's why we live in concrete dreams over here. At number 1, Tom Brady has reportedly left Massachusetts. The New England Patriots star is believed to have moved his wife, Gisele Bündchen, and their kids into a new home in Greenwich, Connecticut. The reveal of his alleged move to Connecticut comes before Brady is eligible for free agency in March, meaning he still has 2 months before he can decide to sign freely with any NFL franchise in the 2020 season. Reps for the couple did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. Are you a football gal?
My family is big Jets fans. Tom, please come to the Jets. We need help.
You don't think the Jets are gonna like kill them? I mean, like, I feel like they hate each other so much. The Jets would be like,
But we need help. We need something. Prayer, Tom Brady, anything.
Why Jets over Giants?
My husband is a big Jets fan, so I grew up a Giants fan,
Yeah.
but when I married him, there was like no two ways about it. He let me keep the Mets. He's a Yankees fan, but he said no two ways about it, the Jets. We even named one of our kids, his middle name is Jet.
What is Evan like on Sundays? Is he like, don't talk to me, I need my TV and my football? Like, is he religious about
At the
it?
beginning of the season, yes, and then halfway through the season, he's lost all hope, so...
As
That's
a
the good
Giants
thing
fan, I
about
get
being
it.
the Jets
Yeah,
fan,
it's like,
you
we
know,
only have
like,
to pay attention for 4 games.
yeah, halfway through the season, it's like, what are you doing Sunday? Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I feel bad for Evan, trust me. All right, now that I have you here, Jackie, I have to ask you about this because Christina Aguilera is celebrating her blended family and her son's birthday. The Voice coach and ex-husband Jordan Bratman recently came together to mark their son Max turning 12. The singer shared a snapshot on Tuesday of Jordan presenting Max with a chocolate cake. She captioned the pic, "We make blended families work. It's a beautiful thing." Christina and Jordan split in 2010, and she filed for divorce in October 14th. Co-parenting is so important. I mean, Teresa's going through it right now, but it's nice that the kids, I mean, as long as the kids are happy, I feel like that's what's important, right? Get that.
I mean, I imagine that it must be so hard to watch your parents not love each other anymore. So
Yeah.
it's really nice when parents make an effort to really do that for their children.
And hey, blended families are probably more the norm now than,
I mean, my family is all kinds of weird.
Yeah.
My parents don't even live together. My kids just don't really even get it. They're like, wait, but are they divorced? Like, they don't get it. My parents are happily married. They don't live together. So do what works for you. Just, you know, make sure the kids are happy.
how long have they not lived together?
20 years. And they're happy. They're super happy. And they love each
hold
other.
on. Like growing up, did they have like 2 separate twin beds, like in the 50s? Or like,
No.
And
Growing
why
up,
did
we
they
were
decide?
always together. My mother moved out when my older sister had her first child 20 years ago.
Okay.
She was just going to help her for a few weeks when the baby came home from the hospital, and then go back, and she just never went back. They realized they were happier living apart, but they were happily married.
see, this is what a 2020 relationship should look like. I was told that the key to a happy marriage is 2 bathrooms, but maybe it's just 2 houses.
It's at least 2 sinks in the bathroom. I mean, but thank God that we can have more than 1 bathroom because my husband spends a lot of time in it. So
Evan spends more time than
yeah,
you?
but I think yes, because I think he likes to escape there. It's the only place really where you can lock the door and people kind of leave you alone.
It's his own man cave.
Yeah,
He's like, kids can't come.
Yeah.
This is daddy time.
it's like just I give him his space.
Yeah,
you
good.
know?
Evan needs it. You know, he needs to be pampered too. Well, we have to go to a quick break, but when we come back, Jackie is going to be telling me all about the drama on this season's Real Housewives in New Jersey. Stay tuned.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm like old school Italian. This is just the way I am.
Pulling someone's hair is not old school, it's psychotic.
We're going to kick it old school today. Welcome back. I'm still hanging out with this housewife who's not afraid to roll anyone over. Jackie Goldschneider, how's it going?
It's going great.
First time on the show, you're feeling good?
I feel great. I love being here.
Oh, good.
I can
Better
listen
than...
to your voice all day. I love it. It's got that like raspy, sexy thing going on.
Oh, I will record voice notes, whatever you
I love
want
it. You
all
can record
day.
my outgoing message when we're done.
Yes. All right, let's get into the drama happening on the Real Housewives of New Jersey right now because it's a little intense. I mean, I think that water pour and then the hair pull is going down as a great reality moment in history. Although it looked so intense. Jackie, what was it like being there and witnessing that? I mean, did you think that Danielle was going to pull it out of her head? It
No,
looked like
and
it.
actually, the truth is that when Danielle dumped all of Margaret's stuff into the fire, you don't really see that everything really was on fire in that candle, that $600
$695 candle. That's
Right.
number one.
So I took Margaret's phone out from there. Margaret is one of my best friends.
Sweetheart.
So I took her phone out because it was covered in wax, and I went into the back in the bathroom. So I didn't see Danielle pull her hair because I was cleaning the wax off her phone in the bathroom because I didn't want it to stick too long and destroy her phone.
That's a friend, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
so
a friend.
when I heard her scream, I came running out of the bathroom, but I missed the hair pull.
And so your first time seeing it was watching it in the episode?
Yeah.
Was it described
Oh my
well?
God.
to you? It
I mean,
looked
but
so
I
intense.
saw Margaret right after she got her hair pulled, and I was so upset for her. I've never seen her that upset.
I mean, you said it best. It's not old school to pull someone's hair.
It's crazy.
Like,
Who does that? You can't
psychotic.
put your hands on somebody. I'm sorry.
yeah, like Margaret poured water because she kept badgering her and kept, like, she was in her face, right?
She was in her face. I mean, she even pushed me, Danielle.
Yeah.
She, like, was really on fire, and, like, she was getting very up close and personal. She was invading personal space.
It was heavy. And then Dolores's reaction was actually pretty diplomatic. Let's watch that clip.
I know what Teresa's thinking, because if someone threw the water on her, she would have hit them right there. I have a hair trigger temper. I would have done the same thing. But Teresa has to understand, when that blind rage comes over you, you can't assault somebody. You can't physically harm them. Teresa should know more than anybody. It's not worth it.
I mean, yeah, and like, you're all moms. Like, you want to set a good example for your kid. You know, you and Dolores have had your differences in the past, or in Jamaica, rather. But what's your reaction to this and her reaction to it?
I mean, she's right. Dolores and I are in a lot better place than we were in Jamaica. So once we made up in Jamaica, we really worked on our relationship and getting to know each other. So we're in a good place. I think that Dolores was exactly right. Like, it is understandable why Danielle would be so upset if someone poured water on me. And I'm actually not like a very like hair trigger person, but if someone poured water on me, I'd probably go crazy. But you can't physically assault somebody.
Right, it's different.
It's
like,
different.
There's a different level
You know,
here.
pour water back. You know, but once you physically empty someone's purse and all their belongings and money and phone and everything into a fire, I'd be good personally.
Yeah.
I'd feel like, okay, I got revenge. I don't need to rip your hair out now.
Right.
But you know, apparently it wasn't enough for Danielle.
Do you think if Danielle had the capability to just walk away from that fight, you would have thought differently about her and you would have been like, wow, that's really mature?
I might have thought a little bit differently about her. I might have thought not really mature because she was in everyone's faces and she has done terrible things before this. But I might have thought that she had some self-control.
Yeah, which would have been a positive experience for all of us.
Right.
And Jennifer, who you also had issues with earlier this season, was very reasonable as well. Let's watch this as well.
To me, I was sticking up for my friends.
None of us see what you see.
You should also be sticking up for this friend.
Well said, Jennifer. It seems like after everything, the Margaret Danielle situation is something you can all agree on, except Teresa. Do you think this has brought you and the girls closer together in some weird way?
No, not really.
Really?
I think that the people I was good with, I'm good with regardless of Danielle, and the people that I dislike, Danielle had no impact on that. But I think it was nice to all be in agreement about something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think, and I think it benefited Margaret, which is very important to me. Margaret felt supported, which is important, but it didn't really make me like anyone I don't like.
What do you think is at the heart of Teresa's blind loyalty to Danielle?
I think that Teresa is the type of person who needs to be personally affected by something in order for her to feel like somebody's a bad person. And if you don't do her wrong, she's not going to go against you, which I think could be a very good thing. She's loyal.
Right.
And she doesn't just listen to hearsay. She doesn't, you know, just listen to gossip. She wants to make her own decisions and her own judgments about people, which is a good thing. But I think that, you know, sometimes that can blind you to the fact that someone's not a good person.
Yeah, and she's not shy of her own Danielle drama. I mean, the famous table flip, I mean, that's the iconic reality
I watched
moment.
that at home in my pajamas on my couch.
Everyone knows it, even if they don't watch the
Yeah.
show, they know that show. So I'm just kind of surprised that she doesn't kind of understand where you girls seem to be coming from, given she's had her own bad experiences.
Well, maybe she feels badly about the repercussions from that, as Danielle has explained it, the way it affected her children, the way it affected her.
Fair.
So maybe in the back of her head, she still feels some guilt.
Yeah, no, and listen, and that's real, and it did affect the daughters. Well, let's switch gears, because you've never really held back on the show, and I really appreciate you being so open about having an eating disorder in the past and how you're dealing with that with your family. Let's take a look at this clip.
Ever since I took my kids to visit my dad, I've been thinking a lot about what he said.
You're a good inspiration to kids who are heavy.
Dad, I almost died.
It's almost worth it.
But what's even more upsetting to me is the fact that my kids were sitting right next to me and overheard him saying that.
First off, your son looks exactly like Evan, and
Oh my
it's like
God, they
really
are
freaky. And I'm
duplicates.
like, is that Evan? Like,
I know. It's really funny. And he
identical.
doesn't see it. It's so funny. He can't see it.
I look at him and it's spitting image.
I know,
mean,
everybody.
It could be his brother.
It's a little Evan.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
So, all right, how much do your kids know about your past? How open with them are you?
Well, since the show, I've started telling them. I never shared it with them before. By the time I really recovered from the biggest parts of my eating disorder, because I still have little snippets of it here and there, but when I really started eating regular meals again, they were still babies, really. So they did see me for a few years not eating, but by the time they really realized what was going on, I was eating again. So, but I never felt like I needed to talk to them about it. This has opened up a lot of conversations. When I was growing up, I didn't know how to eat healthy. So it was like you either eat like a lot or you don't eat anything. That's the way we dieted back in like the 80s, you know? It was like you got your Melba toast and cottage cheese and that's all you ate.
No moderation.
Or you were like heavy, you know? So I really wanted them to know how to eat healthy, and I wanted them to understand you can eat, you know, dessert and heavy food sometimes, but not all the time, and the value of physical exercise, just so they never ended up in a situation where they were overweight and didn't know how to lose weight anyway, except for like killing themselves or a fad diet or something like that.
I saw a lot of comments about what your dad had said to you watching that back, and I'm sure that was pretty painful to relive again. How did you sort of deal with that, and do you know where your dad was coming from?
Yeah, well, absolutely. I think my dad had a poor choice of words. There is no way. I mean, my father and I are very, very close. There is no chance that he meant like it's worth almost dying to be thin.
Of course.
I think that the larger context of the conversation was that I was very unhappy being heavy in high school. I was very heavy, and I hated the way that I looked. And for a long time, I did things that my parents didn't know about. I didn't share with anybody. I had horrible eating habits. I tried to hide everything. And you could see me getting very skinny, but you didn't know exactly how because I was very good at hiding it. So, of course, my dad didn't know. All he knew was that I went from being a miserable, heavy kid in high school to being a really confident woman with a really great body. And somehow I got there. And for him, however you got there, it was worth it because he didn't know what I was doing to myself.
Struggle.
So that's what he meant. And I did feel bad because the whole world will interpret it the way that they will. But I think that as the season plays out and towards the later part of the season, you'll see that my father and I come back again to have another talk about it. And
good.
I think that you get a deeper sense of understanding of where he's coming from.
Do you let your kids watch the episodes with you?
I do, although when we talked about the part where I do or don't do certain things to my husband.
I got to talk to you about that.
I was like, kids, you might want to like take a hike for a few minutes. Yeah,
This lesbian has questions for you, Jackie.
I didn't let them watch that.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, last week's episode was actually full of many real moments, and I want to play this clip from when Teresa and Dolores have a heart-to-heart about her situation with Joe.
Hey, did that prenup say that he can't get a lot from you? Because you're the one making the money now.
I have no idea.
I'd be looking at it real clear. Because the way he spoke to you makes me feel like, God forbid, things don't work out, he's gonna feel like you owe him.
Watching this, what's your reaction to that?
Well, the lawyer in me, first of all, is like, I mean, I never practiced Jersey law, but I think any prenup is really going to cover what you before you got married. Like, they're still married right now. So whatever she's making, it's very unlikely that that's going to be in a prenup and say that, like, what she is making during the course of their marriage is only hers. Like, there's very little chance, probably, that that's going to happen. So that's what the lawyer in me was thinking. But also, I was thinking that it's very smart of Dolores to at least put into Teresa's head that she should start arranging things in a way that protects her and her children.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we've learned in Teresa's life it's important to read contracts and everything like that. We
Yes.
definitely hope that she's doing that.
Exactly. Dolores gives good advice.
She does. She's a good friend. The mid-season trailer has dropped, and it looks like we have so much more to see. What can you tell us about the rest of the season?
Well, I will just say that I feel like the season is so good, but the first half of it, I maybe come off a tiny bit whiny. Like, I was whining about the bullying for the first few episodes, then I'm whining about food, and like, it's all very real things to me, but I think the second half of the season, you see a lot more fun out of me. And Evan's on the show, and Evan is my like ride or die. So I love that he's on it with me. I think you see a lot of fun, a lot of drama, a lot of inappropriate behavior.
Of course.
Really inappropriate, a lot of drinking, a lot of friendship. I mean, there's just a lot of everything that makes a reality show so great.
Did we see Frank Catania and Joe Gorga make out on, I think, a trailer? I saw them kiss or something. I'm sure that's a little wild.
They did kiss.
Does Evan like being on camera?
He is so much better now this season than he was last season. Evan's gotten a very good reception. People really like him. Like, it confounds, like, people are so besides themselves that I don't give that man head, because they are like, I will blow him for you. I got so many offers on Twitter of people to blow my husband for me.
Well, everyone was like, Evan, I mean, we feel for you. Blink twice, buddy.
People are like, what are you getting him for Valentine's Day? I'm like, I think it has to be a blowjob, right?
Clearly.
At this point.
As you said, Jewish girls don't give head, though.
Well, except on Valentine's Day.
Except on Valentine's Day. He is a big hit. We're big fans. Well, I can't wait to see how everything unfolds on tonight's episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey. But right now, we have to take a quick break. More with Jackie when we come back. It didn't work.
I want her to reconcile.
You know what? You need to talk to her. She can talk to me.
But I also know that Teresa does not apologize.
I never throw the first punch. Oh, come on.
It's gonna have to be Margaret starting that conversation.
Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with my girl, Jackie Goldschneider from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Are you ready for the next segment, Jackie?
I am.
All right. It's kind of like yearbook superlatives with a twist. I don't know if you had yearbook superlatives, but...
We did. I didn't get voted anything. I wasn't the most anything.
Well, you're the most in my heart, in every single way. I got cutest couple with my boyfriend, so it just goes to show what a sham it is. But it's time to play the most. All right, so here's how it works. I'm going to ask you some questions pertaining to your current cast members, and all you have to do is answer honestly. Pretty simple, right?
I get it.
Yeah, she gets it.
I have a doctorate. I get it.
She's smart. All right, we're going to start with an easy one. Who from your New Jersey cast is most likely to not apologize?
Teresa.
That was quick, and she never apologizes for anything.
Not to me. She apologized to Danielle, I think. I don't think she apologized to me.
Yeah, we don't think we've seen a lot coming from her. Who's the most likely to be your ride or die?
Margaret.
How did that friendship form?
We knew each other before the show, but we got so close. As soon as I started filming, she has been such a great friend and always leading me in the right direction. I never have to worry about Margaret having my back, always, and I'm the same for her.
I love it. You guys are so close. Who's had the most plastic surgery?
Jennifer.
But yeah, I guess she looks good though.
Yeah, I mean, although on her face, I don't think so. I think that Dolores probably had, Dolores's facelift is gorgeous. Dolores is a gorgeous woman. So I don't know about on her face, but Jennifer, I think, has something done every week or so, yeah.
I mean, she's got the connections, so,
right, why not?
When she was here, she was like, don't hug me too tight. And I was like, that's fair. Who is the most calculating?
Jennifer.
Elaborate for me, what do you mean by that?
I just always feel like Jennifer is looking out for Jennifer, and Jennifer will say anything to you to make herself look good and then stab you in the back the second that you walk away. I've had multiple experiences with Jennifer talking horribly about me the second I leave the room.
Well, I will say she wants to whip out her calculator to find out how much money you have in your bank account every 2 seconds.
It's not because she loves me.
Yes, she's just curious about you.
Yeah.
Who is the most likely to host a swingers party?
See, I think that it would be Dolores, just because Dolores doesn't seem to have a problem like living with two men at once. So I feel like,
Interesting.
right?
I thought you were going to say Melissa.
No, I don't think Melissa. I think Melissa and Joe. Melissa's so busy having sex with Joe. How's she gonna have sex with anybody else? Right?
Fair point. Who's the most likely to cheat on their husband?
I mean, at this stage,
Yeah.
I guess Teresa's still married, so maybe Teresa, because he's in Italy. And Dolores is not even married, so it really narrows it down. I don't think anybody would cheat on their husband.
Yeah, they all seem to have good marriages.
Yeah, so, and Teresa's separated, so it's not even cheating at
Yeah.
this point, right? So no, nobody.
And she deserves it regardless.
Oh,
Homegirl
hell
deserves
yeah.
it. Who's the most likely to lie straight to camera?
Jennifer, 100%.
I love how much shade.
100%. It's not even shade. It's not even shade. She is just like not, and maybe it's just to me, but she has not been a good friend to me.
Is lying to her just second nature? Like, what's a big lie that she said where you're watching back and you're like, Jennifer, you're lying?
Lying, I don't know what she said. Oh, all the excuses that she made about that video. I mean, she fully went out to dinner with Teresa and made a very nasty video about me. And we were friends at that point. Like, we were planning to take our daughters to a concert together
You
this
were
summer.
surprised.
We were friends. So when I saw that, I was like shocked. And she had like 100,000 lies about like the way it happened and the way it went up and the way she asked Teresa, oh my God, is this gonna go? No, you didn't. You just did it and you laughed about it and you put it up there and just be honest. But she had a million excuses and lies about it.
Do you take everything she says with a grain of salt?
I don't even listen to her shit anymore. Now I know her. I mean, fool me once.
Yeah.
You can't fool me twice.
Amen to that. Who's the most likely to slap Andy Cohen?
Oh my God, you'd have to be crazy to slap Andy Cohen.
I agree.
Right? How could you slap Andy?
The heavenly saint of Bravo. You couldn't
He's
slap
Big
him.
Daddy. Who would most likely slap him? Jennifer, because she's most likely to be wasted on tequila.
I was going to say, Teresa's pushed him before, though.
Right, but I don't know. Slapping is maybe pulling his hair.
Yeah.
Maybe Danielle would pull his hair.
We'll go, yeah, right. Maybe Danielle, just very, very short.
Yeah.
Who would most likely join a different housewife franchise, and what city would that be?
I think I could see Melissa on Beverly Hills.
Yes.
I know she's friends with some of the Beverly Hills girls, and she's got that LA thing going on. And I think maybe, I don't know, I've been told that I could mesh well on New York.
You could. I was thinking New York for you.
Yeah.
Would you want to join that of all the
I
others?
like Jersey. I would never leave Melissa and Margaret. I'm really happy in Jersey. I love Jersey.
MJM, I love this. Jackie, thank you so much for being an amazing guest today. Catch Real Housewives in New Jersey tonight and every Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on Bravo. Up next, from Love and Hip Hop and Growing Up Hip Hop, artist Jhonni Blaze is stopping by, so stay tuned.
I walk into the Ivory and I'm about to perform, and I notice two people that got bad history with. All of a sudden, we start arguing and exchanging words, and then this bitch throws a cup at me, but miss. So you think I'm about to let you throw a cup at me and think I'm not gonna say nothing to you or pipe up? Yeah, bitch, you got the right one today.
No cups on set. Okay, we're clear. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with a very talented musician, Jhonni Blaze. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Looking fine in your suit. I love this. So on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta and previously Love and Hip Hop New York, you've come to be known for your hot temper, I would say. Do you have any regrets for how things have escalated on either show? Let's just go right into it.
I don't regret anything that has happened in my life because you grow from it.
Right.
That compared to years ago, compared to now, how I am, you couldn't, if somebody argued with me now, I would cry. I'm such an emotional person now that it's like, it's not worth it when you have a God-given talent.
Yeah.
When you could play 6 instruments, when you sing and you have legends telling you just keep on this right path and you'll be fine. So that was a big reality check for me. It's so funny we're on PeopleTV reality.
You're dropping the words. I didn't even pay you to do that, girl.
See how that goes.
When did you feel that change in you?
The change started when my boyfriend passed away. He was killed on Christmas in front of me, and my mom was on her 3rd time of having cancer. A little recap in 30 seconds of my life. I am a victim of being molested, human trafficking at 14, drug addict. I only smoke marijuana now, 7 years recovering, about to be 8.
Congratulations.
Prostitution, stripping, everything you think of that probably a female shouldn't go through, I've been through. And I used it as a fuel, you know. So my last thing was when my boyfriend passed, and I'm just like, you know, I'm tired of being on TV and fighting, and they don't understand why I'm so angry. And it's no excuse, it's just that would be a push button to not put what's important in front, which was my talent. So I had a manager, a former manager, which I still love. You know, we're no longer managed together, which is Deborah Antony.
Yep.
And she taught me a lot. And she was like, I need you to go back and look at yourself on TV. And then I want you to go and see when you sing the national anthem and how you have everybody looking at you like you're just phenomenal. Which one do you want to be? So,
wow.
Over time, I was just like, you know, it is better to be, I showed anger because I didn't want to show people how sweet I am. I'm like the sweetest person in the world. I love seeing people happy. I'm very giving. Me and my team, we give back to the homeless like all the time. They get mad at me because they're like, it's out of the budget. I'm like, I don't care. I want to do this.
Yeah.
And it feels better to be this person I know I've always have been rather than to hide it because I'm afraid of people hurting it. So I had
to tough to do that, to protect yourself.
I was being tough and being very just outlandish, like very rude, just thinking it's cool to post guys and being funny towards people and curse out people and just have these arguments with people. And I'm like, this is not even, I'm not even built like this. This is not me. So it took a time over the course of years. And now that I'm seeing, I mean, I'm on the show. Your show is just amazing. Like, I know I wouldn't be here if I was the same person from before because my attitude was terrible.
Right.
And that was the main thing everybody kept telling me about. Your attitude, if you just fix it, it's not nobody else. You're in your own way. You'll be this superstar. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen. I took some spiritual, you know, mental, and I got closer with my mother because we were separated for a little bit because I was molested by my father. And so my stepfather, and she picked him over me. So it traveled from that to human trafficking. It's just a lot going on. And I was like, you know what, let me go and fix it with my mother. And now we're like this. And from there, I apologize to people. From there, I start giving more, start praying before picking up my phone. And now it's like, when people do stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna head out. Y'all ready to go? All right, I'm about to leave.
You have this sense of calmness about you.
Yeah,
it's a different person. It's different Jhonni Blaze.
I got a new team. I have like a wonderful PR. Shout out to Kedra, just Sammy Rowe, just even the new team that I'm about to bring in, you know, Dada, and it's a great feeling.
I mean, you've been through so much. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Are you kidding? I mean,
soft.
I want to talk about your music because you're more than your, you know, troubled past. A lot of people don't realize how absolutely incredibly talented you are. I mean, you play 6 friggin' instruments. You are Prince.
Yeah.
What have you been working on in terms of
that
music
is like the
right
4th
now?
time somebody said that.
Well,
That's
because
like
you're a phenomenon. Like, what do you have any music coming out right now? What's going on?
I have a single called Little Favorite that we're about to drop the video soon. We're working on an EP. I'm actually on press run, which is I'm here with you guys. And I play 6 instruments: acoustic guitar, electric, well, all the string instruments, piano. If I could, probably a organ, just violin. I have at the house. It's just I love it. Drums. I started out when I was 6, and by the time I was 7, 8. Was playing like Wolfgang, Mozart, Beethoven. I just had a thing for music. Everything, like when we're talking now, like I can hear the tempo like in my head, kind of like the kill and the B. Like she goes, like it's just like I can hear if somebody's upset or if they're great actors and can cover it. But I just love music, and it's nothing that could take that away from me.
Was it your escape and sort of your savior?
It's always been my outlet. Everything that I've been through, I've always either hummed or sung or talent shows. I was the girl, the thick one that could sing, or she could sing, but it's just she just needs to get it right, and I got it right now.
Do you prefer to play instruments or sing, or kind of simultaneously?
I even twerk and sing. I don't be curious.
I
twerk and play piano. I love being me. It's the biggest thing that humans are fearful of, and I was just talking to somebody about it, is that they're fearful of being themselves. Yeah. So they lose themselves. I don't want to be fearful of being myself. This is who I am. This is me. I am in a good space, and I'm winning.
And a beautiful space that is. Now, do you think your time on reality TV has helped or hindered your music career in any way? Sometimes it can be a tough transition for a lot of people.
Neither, because what you see on TV, I always tell people, don't try to convince somebody because they're still gonna have their opinion about you. If you think I'm mean, I want you to think that. If you think I'm sweet, cool. All I can do is show what I am today. So it didn't help or hinder because that's what I showed. That was me. The only thing that I could do now is just push it. And I don't think it hindered me too much because I'm going back on a show.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you're killing that.
Yeah, I'm going back on TV, but it's a different thing now. So I'm really excited about it.
And you feel like a different person.
Yeah, like if something happened, I'm like, yeah, I see that cup about to rise. Y'all throwing cups, I'm out. I'm like, not with it.
What show are you going back on?
Let's say, okay, I'll give a hint.
Okay.
It's not Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, and you get to be fully yourself, and this is...
Of course.
All right.
Of course. So, I think we're winging to where we might think I'm going.
I mean, we have a lot of guesses. Well, other than Love and Hip Hop and growing up hip hop, what show would you love to be a part of outside of the one that you're about to be on? Like any show?
My own show. To just show my life. We've been filming my documentary. I'm going to start releasing probably at the end of January.
Oh, that's so great.
Of episodes on YouTube because I have a great following. So I just use it to, people don't know how I am now. So I test it out on my social media and it gets all these views and they're like, we didn't even know you were like that. Like, what? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Until I get that show and speak into existence, let me just show the world how I am as I go, how I meet people. When I meet people, it's the craziest feeling. Like these people are happy to see me and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm happy to see you too.
Do you find it hard trying to convince people of your newfound self?
No, because when people meet me, they're either, they're hesitant to talk.
Yeah.
And then I'm the opposite. I'm like, hey, I'm Jhonni. Hey, what's up?
You pulled me in right for a hug. I was like, hello. You're like,
I'm like, I don't give handshakes. I give hugs. I'm big on that because it's the energy that you give to people. Yeah. So I think people would be excited to see more of how I am now. So I'm excited. I like how I am. I think I feel pretty good.
And it's not, and do you find that your fans are sort of torn between loving to watch this old sort of Jhonni Blaze, or they're all for your transformation?
I still can be that person, but not to that extent. Like when I'm upset about something, I can still give that character, but I don't have to put my hands on people. There's no need to argue with people. You can still talk. And you can still converse with people and not have to do all that and still give them that same. So they're not torn. They're like, I'm with it. I'm just with her. If she's happy, I'm cool. And that's what I love about my fans. They are just supportive. They're like, long as you're good, we're cool.
I mean, it's so great to hear. And a lot of people, especially on reality TV, I see make this sort of transformation and they look back and not regret, but sort of say I learned so much.
Oh, no, I don't regret nothing. Everything you see, this is who I am. And that's the other thing that people are afraid to be like, no, don't remember that, or they don't think about that, and that's not me. No, that was me.
Yeah.
It was. All of the things that you might hear about me, yes, it's me, but it's all about what's now. And I'm so peaceful. They're like, yo, she got to be on something. No, I'm just high off life.
Yeah, I'm high on you, Jhonni Blaze.
I'm so cool. I'm like, see, y'all need to have us here.
Yeah, this is a dream team right here. Before I let you go, if you could collaborate with any artist, dream artist, who would you want it to be?
This is going to sound so crazy. Sade.
Sade.
Sade, Beyonce, of course, these are the people, Lizzo, because we have this whole flute twerk, piano twerk.
Yeah.
And so Sade, because she was missing for 10 years and she came back and sold almost 1 million copies in a week.
Yeah, she's
That
badass.
is the type of artist that I've always wanted to be. I'm going to be, where you have fans that just love you genuinely. Yeah. And they love the music, so she's just so bomb. And she made me confident, plus Rihanna with the forehead thing, because I don't know if y'all know, because they laid my hair and makeup. But honey, my forehead is big.
Got a 5 head.
It's a cop. I got a 6 head.
Yeah.
Probably 8.
Oh my gosh. Jhonni, thank you so much for being here and being so honest. It's refreshing. Keep your eyes out for Johnny's little favorite music video and an EP when it drops. We have to go to break. When we come back, we're going to play My Cast on Blast with Kristin Cavallari. You're not going to want to miss that, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, you're watching Reality Check, and with me now is the infamous Kristin Cavallari. Hey, I didn't put it, it was just impromptu.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, in honor of your 3rd season of your hit reality show, I think it's only right to challenge you to a game. Okay. We're gonna play Cast on Blast.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, so here's how it works. It's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna name some of your castmates, and I want you to tell me some funny little story about them. We'll go easy on you today, and you can reveal maybe a quirk of theirs, all right?
Okay.
Maybe something that happened off camera that we don't really know about.
Okay,
Seems
all right.
simple enough, right?
Yeah.
You ready to, you're hesitant. No holding back for me, Kristin. Are you ready to play?
I guess.
All right, let's start off with your other half, not necessarily better half, Jay Cutler.
Love ya. I mean, what am I supposed to say about Jay, my husband? Well, I will tell you, it was funny when he first got recognized from being on Very Cavallari. You know, now girls are coming up to him, and he's like, this is ridiculous. He's like, I was an NFL quarterback, and now people are like, I love your wife's show, or like, oh, I love you on Very Cavallari. He's like, what is going on in the world?
He's like Kristin's husband. Yeah, like, you know, that's how he's being known
like,
as.
oh man, not cool, not cool.
All right, what about Brittany, the gorgeous Brittany?
Brittany, my girl, I love her. I don't have like some funny story. You know, she's someone who really just wears her heart on her sleeve. I mean, she is as genuine and as real as you see on the show. She's just such a really great girl, and I love her to pieces.
Does she have any like pet peeves or something? Like, does she get annoyed really easily by something?
Not really. She's like, you know, she's from Philly, and she loves to play that like, I'm like the tough girl, and like she goes from like 0 to 100 real quick, but like I kind of love that about her. You know?
Right.
So,
You could relate a little bit.
Of that in me too.
What about your biffle and hair absolute genius, Justin Anderson?
Justin, oh, he's the best. God, I've known him since I was 18, so 15 years. Love him to pieces.
So you have some good stories.
We have some I mean, God.
Have you ever fought with him?
I never have. Never one time. He did make me a brunette one time. That was not good. Ooh, and he still is like, I actually met Jay when I had darker hair, and Justin was like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, that was a bad phase for you. You should never be a brunette.
Oh, wow.
Thanks a lot.
Did you? What a dick.
I guess it worked, though. I'm married to Jay, so hey, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it worked out for you in the end.
It's all good.
Well, the next one is certainly a blast from the past. Maybe you haven't thought of him in a little while. What about Stephen Coletti?
God, I love Stephen. I mean, I will always have such fond memories. Look how cute he is.
He's so
still.
cute.
Yeah, no, he's the best. He's a really great guy. I still keep in touch with him, and he's still acting. And I believe producing too. He just had a movie that he produced get picked up and made. So I was really proud of him for that.
Do you ever watch any reruns of Laguna Beach that play whenever it's on?
No, because I make myself cringe.
All right, well, I have to know, what about Spidey? You know, something about
good old Spidey.
Good old Spidey.
I love Spidey. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I love him. And you know what I love about them is like even filming The Hills, or I mean, they were on Laguna Beach too, or Heidi was at least. They were like good castmates, you know, where they were just there to make a good show, and we were all in it together, and we were like, let's do this. And I don't know, Heidi and Spencer have always been super supportive of everything I've done, and I hope they feel the same, you know, vice versa. But I always have really loved them.
Did you think that they were gonna last as long as they have?
No, I'll be honest with you.
I don't think anyone did. I think that's the shocking thing of all.
Yeah, so I'm really happy for both of them.
But now you see them, you get why they're together.
I totally get it, and obviously they have a son now who is just so adorable, and they work, you know, it's all good. So yeah, very happy for them.
Well, how about the one who's back on The Hills reboot, Audrina?
My girl Audrina, I saw her a year ago. Actually, she went to Justin to get her hair done, and she had her daughter with her, who was so cute. And we always have said we want to get our girls together. I mean, obviously they're in LA and I'm in Nashville, so it's hard. But I love Audrina. She is as sweet as you could imagine. She doesn't have a harmful bone in her body. And so I'm not really spilling any tea, I guess. This has been a pretty lame version, but it's
do you want her to end up with Justin Bobby?
Do I want her to?
Yes.
I don't think she wants to.
Yeah.
So.
Just making sure. I'm just making, hey, you're close with her. I don't know. That's amazing. Well, you did it. You passed the test, Kristin. Thank you so much for hanging out. Catch season 3 of Very Cavallari Thursday nights at 9, 8 Central on E! I'm Daryn Carp, and that was your reality check. This has been such a great show. Big thanks to Jackie and Jhonni for being here today. It was such a pleasure. Reality Check streams Monday through Thursday on Twitter at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're following @People so you don't miss a thing. To end the show, here's a great moment in reality TV history. I'm Daryn Carp, and that was your Reality Check.
Girl, you look like you was gonna go to a red carpet on the Grammys, but the knockoff one.
It's not a good day to hate, trust me.
In this 2012 episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, K. Michelle and Carly Red are trying to settle their beef, but things don't quite go according to plan.
You You ain't telling me nothing.
And you are jealous of me because of what?
Why would I be jealous? You old as
Because K. Michelle just can't help hitting below the belt.
You got one deflated ass cheek.
It's not working.
Like this.
It's not working.
Carly tries to keep calm, but eventually decides to shake things up.
I'll on your trachea.
Try it. Try it. Try it. With me if you want to. It's not a good day. Okay? Now back to that one.
Shaking the table.
The scene goes from bad to worse
You gonna lie? Don't make up no on me.
until the producers are forced to intervene.
Hey, don't you?
Carly's epic shakedown is one of the great moments in reality history, while teaching us all a very important lesson.
Don't shake unless you're ready to get shook.